Today, I will give you a short summary of the Declaration of Independence. Congress had asked Thomas Jefferson and others to write a Declaration of Independence. They needed a document to declare why the colonies had to become independent of Britain. In this document, Jefferson wrote what many people have thought is to be the right to live. They had the right to be free and the right to seek happiness. The Declaration explains why the colonies should break away from Britain. It says that people have rights that cannot be taken away, lists the complaints against the king, and argues that the colonies have to be free to protect the colonists' rights. At the bottom of this document, all the delegates continued to sign their name. This was the importance of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson wrote that if a government does not protect the rights of citizens, people have the right to form a new government. This idea was not new. Jefferson used ideas that John Locke and other English thinkers had not written about. Jefferson listed many ways that Britain had not served the colonists. He wrote, for example, that King George had tried to take away rights and force taxes on the colonies. Jefferson showed that the colonists had a right to separate from the king and have their own government. The Declaration of Independence was approved on July 4th, 1776, and the Declaration is still the most important because it says we know the American people believe in equal rights for all. Today, we know that the words, "all men are created equal," include everyone, women, men, children, and every race, group, and ability. But in 1776, people's ideas were different. Only white men who owned property had the right to vote. Laws that recognized equal rights of other groups were passed later.
The Patriots discussed long and hard the exact terms of the Declaration of Independence. Some of them didn't agree with everything that Thomas Jefferson had written on the Declaration of Independence.
Thomas Jefferson is the author of the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration was written at the time to battle an oppressive and tyrannical government. The draft that we see today is not the same as the original that Thomas Jefferson wrote. This is caused by Congress not being able to agree over all of the segments of the document, including one specifically blaming the king for the slave trade.
There were 56 people who signed the Declaration of Independence. One of those people specifically would be John Hancock. He signed the Declaration of Independence so much differently than anybody else. He signed it so large that the king could even see it without his glasses on. This was a bold statement that he would make to the king and to England, that he was not afraid to die for the cause of America, and he wasn't afraid to die for what he knew was right.